Hello Mizoram, welcome to this very special edition of DD Dialogue, our election special, because remember, this state goes to poll on 7th of November, just a few days to go, and they say it's a multi-cornered contest with two regional heavyweights in the fray, the MNF, the ruling dispensation, and the ZPM, which claim to be the alternative / opposition. But the grand old Congress party also seems to be a formidable force this time, that's what they are claiming. And BJP desperately trying to make the inroads. But overall, the people of Mizoram are going to have a final call when they go to polls in few days from now, that is 7th of November. So on DD Dialogue, which we bring to you from Mizoram, this is going to be in the next 1 hour. We bring to the people who are watching this special broadcast the voice of the people of this beautiful, picturesque northeastern states. And the core issues that are going to decide their fate. Let me quickly introduce my panelists on the show. I'm going to start with the ruling dispensation and the sitting MP from their side. We have, and in fact, let's put your hands together to welcome Shri C. Lalrosanga from the ruling MNF. Thank you very much. I also welcome from the opposition ZPM, Dr. Vanlaltana. He's also one of the contesting candidates. It was very difficult to pull him from the campaign for some tough questioning for you, ZPM also. I also take this opportunity to welcome from the Congress party, Siam Kunga, who is one of the well-known Congress faces here, and from the Aam Aadmi party, welcoming Andrew Lal Rimkima, who is also, by the way, contesting in these elections. But your party is only contesting on 1 or 2 seats.
4 seats.
4 seats, less than 10, no problem. I'm going to come to you as well. Let me quickly start with MNF. Now, 26 out of 40 seats is what they managed with that stupendous win in 2018. But most of your tenure was marred with the pandemic. And I was going through the reports and some campaigning of your key candidates. You're the sitting MP. People don't seem to be very happy with the delivery of the promises you made in 2018. How confident, Mr. Lalrosanga, are you this time around that you're going to retain the power? And if yes, which I'm sure you'll say yes, what makes you that confident?
Well, you just mentioned the pandemic.
Okay.
Of course, that is a reality which we cannot deny.
You want another chance?
Yeah, we want another chance because that took away 2.5 years of our tenure. But I would say that as far as achievements are concerned, we have, in fact, achieved a lot.
Like?
Like infrastructure, education.
But there is a lot of traffic jam outside Mizoram.
Traffic jams will always take place as of now because the roads are congested, as you know, narrow roads.
But you claim to have infrastructure in place.
Infrastructure, by that I mean the rural roads and national highways.
Okay.
But it's difficult to expand the roads within the cities. That's what we are grappling with now. So maybe if we are given another chance, and I'm sure we will get another chance, in the next 5 years, we will certainly overcome this problem.
Let's see. There are lots of questions for you. I've been told there are lots of questions. I can already see some hands up, but no, I'm going to come to you. Give me a chance to ask first. Okay, ZPM, 8 out of 40, you were made in 2017. 2018, you made a debut. You still call clinching 8 seats out of 40 a good showing. This time, what's the score you're looking at? And are you going to dislodge? First of all, what is the competition for you? Are you contesting with BJP, Aam Aadmi Party, MNF, or just MNF?
Right now, it's with only MNF. Because
the rest you don't even
Congress
exist.
will be third.
Okay, you've already decided for Congress.
Yeah, it's a final fight with ZPM and MNF.
Okay.
And when in 2018 we were only 1 year old, so we managed to get 8 seats, and now we're like a black horse. So we are gaining momentum. And the latest municipal election there in Lungle, we won all the seats. And another election also, local level elections, local councils and all. So we're gaining momentum. And due to the management of the finance by our Chief Minister and Finance Minister, Mizoram Thanga, the youth and let's say that the adults also, they are disillusioned. They want change. And
what do you mean when you say financial mismanagement? You mean corruption?
Yeah, corruption is there. We can point many things. And right now also, we have the highest debt to GSDP ratio in India, 3 years straight, based on RBI data.
Okay.
There are many things to say. Let's keep it aside for a while. So the youth, they want change. And when they look at ZPM, they find hope because we are with them. We feel their pain. We feel the pain of the youth, the pain of the
MNF
the
alienated
parents.
youth? MNF did not take care of the youth?
I don't know, you have to ask them. But
no, what do you feel?
based on the opinion polls on colleges and institutes,
Okay.
there are different polls that has been taken on YouTube channels.
So
we
you're...
got more than 80% of those.
Okay, so the confidence of the ZPM, which is currently the opposition, comes from the opinion polls, which are tilted towards them reportedly for the fact that some policies that you are proposing to float are going to be youth-centric. Is that what your promise is going to the youth?
Yes,
No,
definitely.
but I want to, before I go to Congress on the national broadcast, I want to know from you. Jobs, they also promised. Jobs, you also promised. But I have interacted with these students and the people who are here. There are no jobs in Mizoram for youngsters.
There are jobs, but there is a very high rate of nepotism. Because as
You're
a
saying
sitting
there are
MLA,
jobs?
as a sitting MLA, I used to get the approach, like people would approach to me to write a letter for them.
You must respond to that.
Yeah, they can respond. See, they would ask me to write a letter for them so that they can take it to the interviews. I'm against that. I cannot write that. And it really hurt me a lot when I find them hurt
Okay,
when I cannot
nepotism
write
is the
that
charge.
letter. Because
Okay.
nepotism is really high. If you don't have a letter,
Okay.
it means that you don't have a job on
Okay.
the clerical level.
So on the national broadcaster, the opposition says that nepotism rules the roost when it comes to job opportunities in Mizoram. MNF will respond to that. But before that, opening remarks from the Congress party, let me ask this question to Siam Kunga. What happened to Congress? 2013, you made a record 34 out of 40 seats. 2008, you were 32. 2018, less than 10. And these elections, you're confident you will bounce back?
Yeah, at the beginning we are at the bottom now, but now we are doing very hard. We are working hard to convince the voters, and now we are raising day by day, and we are making manifesto to win over these youths and others, and.
What
We
are
are
your
having
key manifesto promises? Mr.
Manifesto promises to make jobs for the youth, no? Around 1 lakh jobs.
Congress is promising 1 lakh jobs.
And then Young Mizo Entrepreneurship Program, we promise jobs 1 lakh for the youths, no? And then another one is for cancer patients. Every year we are planning to
Okay.
put 500 lakhs in the budget for cancer treatment. And
Oh, okay, I'm not going to give you more than that time to
Yeah.
read from the manifesto. Unfortunately, the Congress representative has to read from the manifesto to tell the viewers and the audiences about the job, which speaks volumes of the fact, their commitment towards the electorate. And now let me take this to Aam Aadmi Party. Do you also need a manifesto? At least you memorize your manifesto. But still, you don't seem to be very confident in terms of fielding candidates, in terms of numbers, though you are contesting this time around.
It's not about confidence. We are very confident where we are.
No, let me
present.
first start with your manifesto.
Manifesto, the basic thing that the other parties have missed is education, health, care, water, electricity. Those are the main thing, and of course our major thing as Aam Aadmi Party has been there in Delhi and in Punjab is corruption. We are totally against corruption.
I won't let you get onto the Punjab model in Mizoram elections. These are two different states, two different geographies, two different socio-political milieus. So let's not talk Punjab, let's talk Mizoram. What is it that you have for the people of Mizoram, for the youth of the Mizoram?
For the youth of Mizoram, we are the young faces. First of all, we are new. We are young, fresh face, and we want. Rome was not built in a day. So
Okay,
Aam Aadmi
interesting.
Party will not be laying low in this election. And even ZPM has said that they have made their debut in 2013. So we are making our debut here as well. So hopefully we will get inroads. It's as we all know, it's a youngest national party, and it's spreading.
But
and
somehow,
it's our first time. First time in Northeast as a candidate, we have given our candidature. So
no, that was my next question. But let me ask you this: they say here in elections in Mizoram, the narrative is not dominated by the muscle and money power (MNF), but the narrative of elections here is dominated by the civil society and the social groups that are here. The Christian dominance and the issues related to that.
but that's changing.
Okay, so what makes you say that is changing?
You see BJP, they are here and they are changing the whole scenario. And
Are you
ultimately-
attacking BJP or praising BJP?
No, I'm not praising anyone, but the thing is that the scenario is changing from the politics is also changing. The youth are more involved now.
Okay.
Before, what happens is that politics was meant for retired people, 60 plus people.
Okay.
Now young people are coming
Before I
in.
go to others, now one final question to you in the first round. Only 4 candidates this time.
That's because of our lack of resources, and that's mainly because of our inability to create funds for the election. Of course, we need...
At least Aam Aadmi Party is being honest about the lack of funds here in the state of Mizoram. But Delhi model, Punjab model is not going to work here for you, that's for sure, because these are issues which are very different in nature. MNF, now I want to take it from there, from the Congress party. 1 lakh jobs, free treatment for cancer patients, so on and so forth. But I've been interacting with the youngsters here. They still go to Kolkata. They still try and go to Delhi and other parts of the state to study. I just interacted with one of the very young journalists here, and she said that she did her journalism from one of the reputed colleges in Bangalore, and she's here and she's still hunting for jobs. It's been 4 years. Jobs kahan hai yahan pe?
Well, there are plenty of jobs in the country.
No, in Mizoram we want
Okay?
to know, sir.
And anybody can apply for
Sir,
any
in
job,
Mizoram.
any job elsewhere in the country or here, even in Mizoram. We have the civil services.
Yes.
We have, the vacancies in the departments. And
There are vacancies here in the department.
there are vacancies,
Okay.
not many perhaps, but because of the resource crunch that we have been passing through, there have not been many recruitment. That was the limitation for us. But I do believe that with the coming of years, in the next 5 years or so, we will be opening up more avenues for people to apply for jobs and to get them, to
Okay.
sit in exams.
There are lots of recruitment,
Yeah.
but it's not been advertised.
But I have to.
Okay, go ahead. Let me make a point. Yes, tell me.
Yeah,
Are you trying to
There
say?
are lots of recruitment going on, but it has not been on paper, not been advertised.
So what are you hinting at? What are you hinting at? No, what are you hinting at? You tell us first.
See, that's nepotism. Is there.
Like I said,
So that's the thing.
nepotism.
So,
the clerical level,
well, my two
teaching job also.
colleagues here have been talking about nepotism, and they were talking about corruption as well. Well, nepotism, as far as I know, is non-existent. There is no such thing as I can see, but nothing on paper, no proof, no evidence.
Okay.
There is a general impression, perhaps, a misimpression that such things are happening.
Misconception.
Yeah, a misconception. So it depends on your perception, the way you see things. If you think that well, there's a lot of corruption, well, that's the way you think and how you are,
Okay.
making people aware.
Okay.
But it's not so.
Okay.
There has to, if there is a single case of nepotism or corruption, my esteemed colleagues, they ought to bring it to the notice of the authorities, and these have to be investigated. And
Okay.
There's a court
What is
case.
interesting-
There's a court case in
Okay.
the assembly.
So-
the,
Oh, go ahead.
the daughter-in-law of the speaker, let's say around 3-4 relatives of the speaker, and those who are involved in MNF also, they got job. And there's a court case also.
the Honorable
Because
Court
there
has
was
overturned
nepotism,
that.
and there was a hue and cry among the youth activists, or let's say the students group also. So there's only one example also.
But the court
I
has
can name many.
overturned that.
Okay.
Because
Court has restored.
the state doesn't want to
Court
go
has
against it.
restored
That's
the-
Lots of
recruitment.
contractual teachers have been taken in for
So this
year.
nepotism, what
Without
you're
any
saying
advertisement.
is
Yeah, without-
rampant. MNF के ऊपर एक बहुत ही करारा वार जो आ रहा है, ZPM, आम आदमी पार्टी, कांग्रेस चुपचाप बैठी है इस वक्त, क्योंकि कांग्रेस को अपने मैनिफेस्टो बुकलेट से पढ़ने पड़े थे, प्रॉमिसेस, पोल प्रॉमिसेस, नेपोटिज्म का लेकर सर अब आम आपके खुले मंच पे नेपोटिज्म पे आप पे अटैक हो रहा है और आप कह रहे कि है नहीं. आप बताइए ZPM. तो ये एक मसला है. This is just one issue. But what makes you confident of dislodging MNF?
Because we have the power of the youth. Like I said, we have our manifesto in which we have this hand-holding policy for the entrepreneurs, for the youth. We're going to we're not going to give freebies like MNF are giving 3 lakh. Congress they're going to give 2 lakh. Previously they said 1 lakh. So we're not going to give freebies. And based on the RBI research bulletin, so I make a correlation study on our freebies. We are just second to Punjab on
Okay.
giving our freebies based on our income. So we don't want that. We want them to we want the people to work hard and get money from what they earn. Okay, they want we're going to give subsidy, we're going to give loans, and we're going to give them skill development schemes in education also. In my constituency, even though I'm in the opposition, in the high schools, we are teaching them entrepreneur, and the teachers are IIM MBAs. So we're not just trying to develop the students to look for jobs.
Okay.
We're trying to nurture them into entrepreneurs and be self-sufficient. So we're trying to give them, nurture them, and
It sounds-
seeing that they have the hope.
All this sounds very good on paper, and I think I can also see paper there,
Yes.
which is okay. Congress Party, besides your manifesto, are you also in talking terms with your left and right? The parties that you're sitting on your left and right? Alliances, I'm asking.
Alliances. And
क्या आप alliances के भरोसे इस वक्त सोच रहे हैं कि आप पावर में आ सकते हैं? On the basis of alliances, you need some hand holding?
I think we have not worked out alliances till date. And I think we can do this election better than
Which parties are your rival parties? Congress.
no rival.
No rival.
Yeah, no rival. We are going.
Okay.
We are going.
So ZPM is not your
accelerate
rival.
our this election manifesto only.
Sir,
But
hold on.
No rivals. No rivals.
There is
We
no
are
rival.
friends.
Okay, you're friends with your opposition also. You're friends with ZPM.
Yeah.
You're friends with
Personally, we are
MNF.
friends. But
Okay.
our ideology may be
This
different.
is a big news coming from Mizoram's mandate. Students are finding it funny from this side also that Congress says they have no rivalry with the two regional heavyweights, the ZPM and MNF. तो क्या चल रहा है? मतलब are you?
That means we are not.
Yeah.
We are in rivals regarding this ideology, no party ideology.
Okay.
We are rivals.
Okay.
But personally, we are friends.
No, personally that is fine. But if you need to hold hands, if you need some numbers from ZPM and MNF, will you join hands
That
with
will
them or
be
Aam Aadmi
decided by
Party?
the party after the election, no?
Okay, same old story. Okay, ZPM, you're friends with Congress? Same? ZPM, you're friends with Congress?
I don't think so, because
Okay.
we're trying to go into power, and there's this false allegation that ZPM is tying up with BJP.
Okay.
And
Maybe
that's
for the Lok
quite
Sabha
false.
election.
Even the president, even the candidates, they're going to house campaigns, and they're saying that you cannot support ZPM because they're going to tie up with BJP,
Okay.
which is
I want to
quite
say
false.
this
A
here.
regional party has to support a central party when it comes to Lok Sabha. So who are they going to support?
Unfortunately, you know, this discussion on the BJP cannot happen on this platform because despite polite reminders to the Bharatiya Janata Party in Mizoram, their offices in Mizoram, they did not send their representative on this forum. We had to remove an empty chair. We must say that we waited for the BJP representative till the last moment. And I also want to add to the point that you raised that the state BJP president has said in one of his interviews, and I quote, that even if we don't win, we are confident that we will be part of the new government. I don't know where does this confidence come from. They could not come to our show. We are willing to form a government with any political party except for Congress.
And us.
Would you like to say something on this?
We will never work with BJP, that's for sure. All our
पहले आप
leaders.
जीत तो जाइए, पहले जीत
We
तो
will
जाइए।
win. We will win. We will win.
Okay.
That's why we are here.
Okay.
Not to lose.
Okay. Aam Aadmi Party says the Rome was not built in a day. Well, that's a very aspirational statement, MNF. But at the end of the day, it's a regional outfit. You have an advantage. But why these charges of nepotism and corruption coming again and again? There has to be something more to it.
When people are in the opposition, they always come up with some charges.
Okay.
So it happens. It's a natural thing which has been happening. And but the government, the MNF government has been trying to be free and fair and transparent in the last 5 years or so.
Okay.
I mean, talking about the present tenure. So I don't think there is any lack of credibility on the MNF from the people. And that is why our confidence is quite stable.
ZPM, they are saying that credibility is their fault.
Let's see if we're in power. If we're in power.
They claim that the youth are with them, and so do we. We also claim that, we also have the youth with us.
Okay.
Okay, we
So
have
these
been
elections-
working for the youth.
What about the
Mizoram
rest
is
of
the only state, the only government that is giving excuses of COVID.
Acha.
The whole world has
This is
faced
a
COVID.
reality that cannot be
It's not
avoided.
an excuse. It could not be an excuse.
It is not an excuse. It is a reality which we have all gone through, and therefore, you mentioned it first.
Yes.
I did mention
I
anything
said
about COVID
your
earlier.
tenure was marred with pandemic.
So, you mentioned it, and I seconded it.
Okay.
So
no,
it
but
happened.
when I mentioned that the pandemic marred your tenure, doesn't mean that I'm saying that your report card was or is fantastic. That's
Other
I
states
understand.
have
I
COVID as
understand
well.
Okay.
The whole of India faced COVID, but they didn't make it an excuse
Okay.
to stop their development.
No, it's not
Everything
that.
worked.
Everything worked, but for a small state like Mizoram, a big pandemic, worldwide pandemic, affected us even more
Okay, now
gravely.
let's-
That is the main reason why
Okay.
we suffered much.
Okay.
बिजनेस बढ़ाना गुड़िया को पढ़ाना या मिसेस के साथ वेकेशन लो मुथूट फाइनेंस गोल्ड लोन भरोसा इंडिया का।
मुथूट फाइनेंस भारत का नंबर 1 सबसे भरोसेमंद फाइनेंशियल सर्विसेज ब्रांड। गोल्ड लोन के लिए अभी कॉल करें 1-800-313-1212।
दादी, आज भी आपकी चाय की दुकान बंद थी?
1 महीने से बीमार हूँ, काम बंद और इलाज का खर्चा अलग।
आयुष्मान कार्ड नहीं बनवाया?
नाम सुना है, कहाँ बनवाना है, कैसे बनवाना है, इस उम्र में भाग दौड़।
कार्ड अभी बन जाएगा।
आयुष्मान ऐप पर जाकर अपना या परिवार के सदस्य का नाम लाभार्थी सूची में ढूंढें। आधार OTP या फेस ऑथ द्वारा ऑथेंटिकेट करें। डिटेल्स भरें। अब मोबाइल से फोटो खींचकर अपलोड करें।
बन गया। अब ठीक होकर अपने हाथ की चाय पिला दो।
और एक प्रकार से PM जय अब गरीबों की जय बन गई है।
5 लाख तक के मुफ्त उपचार की गारंटी। स्वास्थ्य का वरदान आयुष्मान।
So besides the alleged charge of nepotism on the ruling MNF, education and issues confronting youngsters. So, which means educational reforms and job opportunities, which the MNF claims that there are enough jobs, surprisingly. ZPM, so anything new that you have to offer? आप लोग educational reforms की आपके manifesto में बहुत बात कर रहे हैं. What do you mean by educational reforms and youngsters, youth-centric policies? You're trying to align with some of these youth NGOs, groups here, only for the sake of votes?
Not only for the sake of votes. We have a clear-cut plan. We have a saying in Mizo language, which means why the reason poor people stays poor. That is on education. So we are trying to tackle the problem that we have on education we have been a state for more than 37 years now. Based on the latest PGI, Performance Grading Index on education, means the education quality, among all the states in India, we were the second lowest. And we're such only around 13 lakh here. So we need to make a change. So we're having a plan. I used to say that if you want to have a glimpse of the ZPM.
So can you ask this question to the Congress party first? Why such a dismal rate of education parameters? Because they ruled this state for 10 years.
20 years.
20 years,
20
more than
years.
10. आप सवाल भी नहीं पूछ रहे उनसे? आपकी कुछ understanding है कि तभी सवाल नहीं पूछ रहे आप? Are you not asking them?
That is only simple allegations.
Congress party, let me make it simple for you. You ruled here for 20 years at least. Still, the study indicates on the parameters of education, it's the lowest.
No, not lowest. The
Okay,
literacy,
the study is
literacy
on-
rate of Mizoram is very high.
Okay.
But quality is also high.
So you
But
are
what they talk
you're
about-
denying these numbers that ZPM is giving. It's based on a study. आप ऐसे ही बोल रहे हैं?
Study by the central government.
Okay.
But
Aam Aadmi Party, let
I
Congress
just
think
want
of an
to-
answer first.
I just want to say that, retract back to what you have said. It will not work. Punjab model, Delhi model will not work. It will definitely.
No, I said do not bring Punjab and Delhi model to support your argument here. This is not a campaigning platform for you. You do your campaigning outside.
Okay, it's not a campaigning, but it's
I
a
want you to
manifesto.
please, yes. So on your manifesto, you can counter them. You can counter them. You
What
can
I would
counter
want to state is that the policy that the ZPM is offering, many of the policies is taken from the AAP policy. Okay, I have a. I have
written
are you sure that they are
I have
taking
written
from
a paper on entrepreneurship in education way back in 2008.
So they are
don't over talking ना करें क्योंकि अगर आप
So
बोल
that
रहे
we
हैं
are selling the same thing.
it's a serious allegation by Aam Aadmi Party.
Yeah, not all, but many. I'm
Okay,
saying.
you are saying that
written-
many of your manifesto promises have been stolen by...
Not manifest. The policy in
The policies
Delhi,
have
of Delhi and Punjab are being.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have
ZPM.
So that
already
means
had
it's
that
working.
earlier. See, our leader he said that I have not against, I have been with my policy for more than 30 years. Aam Aadmi Party was never
Respond to that.
ZP1 was
in
formed only in
existence.
2000.
Yeah, but the policy still remains the same. And education policy, I have written a paper on entrepreneurship in education way back in 2008. I have submitted that paper in the SCERT in Mizoram because we need to put entrepreneurship in education.
Okay.
And that was used only by Aam Aadmi Party way back in 2014, I think.
ZPM, you're denying
We are
these
not
charges?
copying them.
Okay, no. Okay, let me have one question and then I come to MNF. Yes. Quick questions on this education, yeah.
On education, that we all know that Aam Aadmi Party is a startup party, okay, and ZPM is a startup party in Mizoram.
Okay.
Is this reason because that you are copying their manifestos and because of that, like you understand, like
Okay. Yes. And one more question from me. Huh?
When Congress panelists told I will give 1 lakh job, that time I shocked. How you will give 1 lakh job? Only 10% tax revenue generate in Mizoram state. How will you give salary? Where will you give job? In other state and center.
Point.
Center you are not in power. And ask one question. You had rule 20 years in Northeast and also you had rule in center. What did you give Northeast? What did you give Mizoram?
Good question. Very
What
good
did
question.
you give
Okay.
good developments infrastructure?
That's the same question all of us are asking. To our parties.
Okay. Congress party, you'll have to respond to that, sir.
okay,
चलते हैं हैदराबाद जहां पर एक रैली को संबोधित कर रहे हैं भाजपा नेता। सीधा चलते हैं उधर।
इंडियन टीम एक के बाद दूसरी जीत दर्ज करवा रही है।